Find out what is happening at the library, from virtual programming to fun new services. Hear recommendations on books, movies, TV shows, and so much more. This is In the Stacks at Mustang Library.
Squawk! It's January, and you know what that means. It's almost time for Bird Day. That's right, National Bird Day. January 5th is for the birds. Sadly, many birds are under threat due to environmental degradation and habitat loss, bushfires, diseases, and other dangers. National Bird Day was created by the Avian Welfare Coalition to raise awareness of these dangers facing our beautiful feathered friends. What can you do to celebrate National Bird Day? If you have some spare wood lying around, try building a birdhouse. Or put out some birdseed and start a birdwatching journal. Binoculars optional. You can even adopt a rescued bird. If you just want to read about birds, Scottsdale Public Library has you covered. Here are just a few things you can check out from the library to celebrate Bird Day. The Genius of Birds by Jennifer Ackerman. For a long time, people have assumed birds are not very smart, but Jennifer Ackerman argues this isn't true. She says birds are more intelligent than we previously thought, with the ability to use tools and make complex decisions. Think twice the next time you want to call someone a bird brain. Bird fact: ostriches have the largest eyes of any land animal. In fact, their eyes are bigger than their brains. A Season on the Wind: Inside the World of Spring Migration by Ken Kaufman. This book takes a closer look at the incredible phenomenon of spring bird migration. Every year, billions of birds travel thousands of miles to mate and reproduce, undergoing harsh conditions and navigating vast stretches of land. Kaufman shows just how remarkable spring migration is, and highlights some of the dangers, like climate change and wind farms, that have disrupted this annual trek. Bird fact: some ducks sleep with one eye open. This helps them watch out for danger. American Birds, a Literary Companion, edited by Andrew Rubenfeld and Terry Tempest Williams. In this unique anthology, Rubenfeld and Williams have gathered writings on birds from various American poets and authors. There are Native American songs, writings from Lewis and Clark, Audubon, Emerson, and Thoreau, as well as contemporary authors like Mary Oliver and Louise Erdrich. This colorful collection is not just a window into the world of birds, but the American spirit. Bird fact: most hummingbirds weigh less than a nickel. The giant hummingbird, the largest member of the hummingbird family, doesn't weigh much more than a handful of loose change. Baby Birds: An Artist Looks into the Nest by Julie Zickfuss. With delicate watercolor illustrations, the author records her observations of 17 species of baby birds over 13 years. Equal parts memoir, natural history, and art book, this unique guide to the world of nestlings is a treat for the eyes and a pleasure to read. It's perfect for nature fans and bird enthusiasts. Bird fact: most parrots can learn around 50 words. Some African gray parrots have learned hundreds of words. What it's like to be a bird: from flying to nesting, eating to singing, what birds are doing and why. Written and illustrated by David Allen Sibley. This is another lavishly illustrated book, full of interesting facts and trivia about, well, what it's like to be a bird. Veteran ornithologist Sibley discusses everything from bird biology and anatomy to feeding habits and mating rituals. If you ever wondered, can birds smell? Or why do birds sing? This is the book for you. Bird fact: cardinals like to cover themselves in ants. Some scientists think birds use the formic acid secreted by ants to get rid of parasites. In addition to books, we have a variety of movies and music suitable for your Bird Day celebration. Check out Alfred Hitchcock's classic horror film The Birds, or Greta Gerwig's tender coming-of-age tale Lady Bird. For a more educational experience, try this documentary on the legendary naturalist and painter John James Audubon. And if you were just looking to rock, check out M83's song Birds from their album Dead Cities, Red Seas, and Lost Ghosts, available on CD from Scottsdale Public Library. There you have it, a bird's eye view of what's on offer at the library. So don't chicken out. Come visit today and help us celebrate National Bird Day. Squawk.
Welcome to our staff picks for 2021. This is the stuff that either landed in 21 or we discovered in 21. So hopefully you'll find something new to watch or read. First off, we have Billy Summers by Stephen King. This suspenseful story is about a former military sniper and hired hitman ready to retire after one more job. However, Billy didn't plan on meeting Alice. Alice and Billy's relationship add unexpected depth to the twists and turns of the plot. The layers of Billy's character, the surprising swerves that unfold on each page, make this one hard to put down. In a recent interview by King, he liked Jake Gyllenhaal for the title role. Never by Ken Follett, one of my favorite authors for over 30 years. He makes his characters feel real, and he writes a very good current-time spy novel, in addition to the historical series that he is most widely known for. All Creatures Great and Small DVD Series 1. The appeal for this remake of the original series is my affection for the original. Combine character-driven stories and humor with the beautiful Yorkshire countryside, and well, just sit back and pass the biscuits. You'll be chuffed. As good as can be without Robert Hardy. Seven Eves by Neil Stephenson. The story is about the desperate efforts of humans in the wake of apocalyptic events that take place on Earth after the destruction of the moon, and how to remake society as a space-based civilization. Ron Howard is reuniting with his Apollo 13 team and is set to direct this movie. Rise and Kill First by Ronan Bergman. It is about the secret and not-so-secret history of Israel's targeted assassinations. The book reads like a fast-paced action spy novel, but it is also quite informative. Israeli Cachette Studios is teaming up with HBO to make a limited series based on the book. In the Heights movie. Uznavi dreams of returning to his home in the Dominican Republic, but will Washington Heights survive without him? Full of rich culture and bright, colorful music and chock full of dancing, I was mesmerized from start to finish. From Lin-Manuel Miranda and director John Chu, the synergy and the cast and the whole thing is well done. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. What happens when you make a deal with the devil? Addie LaRue is about to find out. From 1714 to the present day, Addie has lived. She has met fascinating people, experienced many historic moments, but no one ever remembers her. Until one day she stumbles into a hidden bookstore, meets a young man, and he remembers her name. Coming to the big screen with Augustine Frizzle set to direct. Lincoln Highway by Amar Towles, writer of A Gentleman in Moscow. He does not disappoint in the Lincoln Highway. It takes place in the 1950s Nebraska and New York. Towles is a master of character development. The story is told over 10 days. Yet in that short time, the reader learns immense details about each of the characters and what leads them in the directions they each are heading. With a good telling of the times, this most recent novel of Towles will draw you in quickly. Midnight Library by Matt Haig. Nora is about to end her life. She has failed in many areas of her career and relationships. But rather than die, Nora is given access to the Midnight Library, a place that is filled with endless volumes of alternate choices and different lives. For those that have always wanted an alternate reality, another chance, another choice, this book is for you. Free Guy, the movie, starring Ryan Reynolds, who seems to be everywhere this year. Looking for a laugh-out-loud funny movie? You found it. Reynolds plays a bank teller who discovers he is really a non-player character in a wildly successful open-world video game called Free City. Weather by Jenny Offel. Our narrator, a librarian, shares her perspective of the world from the bizarre interactions with library patrons to the humorous mundanity of family life. Offel's tweet-length stream of conscious writing is fleeting, hilarious, and serious all at once. This entirely unique and unforgettable short work of fiction is not to be missed. And finally, we have Dune by Frank Herbert. Originally released in 1965 and still an ongoing series taken over by Kevin Anderson, this is sci-fi at its best. Dune is an epic story full of memorable characters exploring politics, religion, and philosophy in a future world not unlike our own. With the remaking of the movie that just came out starring Timothée Chalamet and Oscar Isaac, among others, this title has seen a massive resurgence in popularity. And there you have our staff picks for 2021. All of these titles can be found in our catalog at Scottsdale Public Library, so check one out today. Thanks for joining us.